Well, first of all, what I want to do is talk to you about what I'm going to talk to you about, and that's adding the web and social media, obviously, to your marketing mix. So whatever type of business, there's different ways that you can use the web and social media. They're kind of the same things, but in kind of like the I guess in the media, social media gets talked about a lot more than just the web. It's all the web, but social media kind of has this status type of thing. So that's what we're going to talk about. And now I want to talk about me for a moment. And so my name's Sean. I graduated in '07 from the University of Regina. I've got a marketing degree and also a certificate in economics. So I've got all that training. That was kind of just the base level for all the learning that I've done since then, because they don't teach any of this stuff in university. So I've kind of been just experimenting for the last few years on all this stuff, and that's where I get kind of my background in internet marketing and that sort of thing. So LRS Consulting is a family company that my dad started in 2001, my dad and my mom. My dad's a chartered accountant, and he's also got some formal marketing training as well. And in 2006, while I was still going to school, he kind of brought me on, helped me learn how to do all this stuff, and we work with small businesses to basically help communicate with their customers. What our belief is that there's really three ways to increase your sales in a business, and the first one is getting more customers, so going out advertise and finding more customers to buy what you sell. The next one is to sell more to your existing customers, and the third one is to get them to buy more every time they come in to buy from you. So of all those three things, getting a new customer, as you all know, is the most expensive way to do things. So that's why we focus on the other two, which is primarily getting your customers to come back more often and selling more to them. And that's primarily through communication, which means that you need to get permission to talk to your customers again. There's transactional relationships that occur, but the businesses that we work with, we want to help them build up a strong core of customers that they can get to come back again and again, because that makes, when you do go out and do advertising to get new customers, that makes it all that much more profitable for you when you do get a new customer. So and having said all that, we don't just consult, we also apply all this stuff. So my wife and I built a online store at skweddingwebsite.com under the banner of LRS Wedding Solutions. We haven't touched it in about 10 months or so, because we actually just had a baby in November, so that's kind of been occupying things for us lately, but it still gets about 2,500 unique visitors per month to the site without having to touch it. So that's kind of one thing that's why this stuff is so important, because it builds and it's there all the time. Unlike buying an advertisement where you pay for it once and then it expires, this stuff just keeps building, and it just keeps building momentum for you as you go along. Another company that we started up a couple years ago was Sprinkler Daddy. We started it up. My uncle owns a wholesale landscape and irrigation supply company, and he was wanting to sell his products online, so he came to me and said, hey, can we do this? And then once I told him what we had to do, he said, well, I don't have time for that. So I said, well, why don't I start something up? So I started that up, just basically an online company selling do-it-yourself sprinkler systems, and using all the pretty much primarily, other than the Regina Spring Home Show here, all we've done to grow it is used online video, internet marketing, and search engines. So I've got about 500,000 views of all the videos that I've done for Sprinkler Daddy over a cross-section of sites. And so just to show you that I'm not just up here talking about it, I actually do it. Yeah.
Do you do your own website development then?
Yeah.
Do you do that for customers as well?
We do, yeah. We're not like a high-end web developing firm like a SquareFlow or something like that. If you want a bunch of fancy stuff, we can't do it, but we're in the business of getting websites up that don't cost a lot of money to develop, so we're not going to develop a $10,000 website. If you want to pay us that, that's good, but if it's not going to cost you a whole lot to get it up and running, but it'll serve a purpose, and that is, as you'll see later, is to generate leads so that you can communicate with your customers again and again. So just to give you an idea of who we do work with, just down the street here, the Diplomat Steakhouse, we've been working with them for probably 4 years or so. Right now, we've done a lot of this stuff with them. We've got a good, all this stuff works really well in the restaurant industry because people go back to restaurants again and again, so the better you communicate with them is going to be very profitable. So we also work with Grapes Grill and Bar, that's in Winnipeg. We do some work with Paradise Leisurescapes, Peak Performance Consulting. And then Brain Pro Supply is my uncle's company, who we've been doing some consulting with, and then now we're kind of rolling the two companies together, and we're in the process of opening up a retail shop to go into more landscape and irrigation supplies. So we've got lots of stuff on the go. And then the Regina Extreme Home Makeover, I'm not sure if you've heard of that before, but it was a good friend of mine from high school and university that put all that together. Adam Hicks is his name, and I kind of jumped in and helped him with through our sprinkler netting company with providing supplies, but also helping him get presence up on Facebook and Twitter and that sort of thing, and we grew that fairly well for that project. So.